Hey all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and I am once again on the western shore of Lake Michigan, same spot I was last week. I ended up finding a big spermatoporoid last week, so I had to cut it short, but I want to kind of walk past where I did last week because I've never been past there. So I'm gonna walk up the beach. It's actually pretty calm today. There's a lot of rocks up here, it seems, today, but I'm gonna walk the edge, and if I find anything cool on my way to the further spot, I will show you. Well, this is definitely new on the way there. Big sludge layer. Hopefully it doesn't go too far. Hopefully it's just right here, but we'll see, I guess. Alright, so I stopped at this patch of rocks, found this guy. Got some bots in there, some banding. Really cool, just in a chunk of limestone, cold water agate. Maybe a crinoid right there, or a brachiopod rather right there, or that could be the pocket. Really cool. All right, let's keep going to our spot. Just found this really cool piece of fossil soup with all these brachiopods in it. Big one there, little one there. Kind of all throughout it. Really cool. Find a lot of that stuff. Tons of fossils here. All right, let's go. Found this weird thing. It's like sandstone maybe, or limestone, and then it's got this yellow, and it kind of like goes all the way through like that. That's crazy. It's probably just like host and another material in there, but I'm not exactly sure what does that. Really cool though. Alright, another cool little nodule, just limestone, but it's got this pocket right here. Nice little cold water pocket, and it goes in there. Got some crystals. And it kind of comes through this side. I don't know if that's brachiopods or if that's cold water agate. It's got like layers, like you can see the layers of it. Really cool. Really cool. Alright, we're almost to our spot. Alright, another little sweet spot. So I just walked up on this. Syringopora. Spermatoporoid. Favicites. It's a cool Favicites. Alright, let's get to our spot finally. Okay, so I don't usually just sit and go through the small rocks, but I just decided to this time. I'm glad I did. I found a nice little handful. Look at that Syringopora all the way through. Kind of limestoney. And we got another little piece of syringe. All the way through, kind of cherty maybe. Then this crazy chain. Here, let me try to zoom in here. Crazy chain coral. Kind of with a little bit of host on the bottom and some bands. Then another just insane chain coral. Really cool. I like when it looks like the teeth on the side like that. It's really cool. And then last but definitely not least, I'm gonna have to get this one wet. All right. So then we got this guy. So super micro bands. I'm gonna try to zoom in even more. So you got that little pocket there, that sweet micro banded pocket there, and then it goes all the way to the top. Nice little banded pocket right on the top. Maybe some parallax a little bit. I don't know if you can tell in the camera like that. Really cool though. You know, I don't generally pick around in the small rocks like I said, but glad I did. All right, let's go. Another cool one. Look at that pocket. Kind of looks like a little flame, and it's got like a druzy, like shelves in there, kind of. Really cool. Okay, so I'm finally past that spot. So now what I have is about, I don't know, maybe 100 yards of big rocks, and I have no idea what's around the corner. So let's look at all this and get around that corner finally. That tree came down. That's a tall tree. Probably came from up there. This whole thing looks like it's kind of eroding away here. Pretty cool still. Lake Michigan waterfall. This thing, big cherty stromatoporoid layers, and then a big cold water pocket going all the way through the top of it. Really cool. Huge chunk. Some green right there, probably staining. Some chert. Huge. Tons of this stuff out here. Alright, so I think I'm about as far as I'm going to go here. I could cross this, no problem, but it looks like the water is kind of stained a little more. There's like stuff growing on the rocks up this way, so I'm going to flip around. I'm going to do all the dry rocks I can, all the way back. Got to see this sticking out of the dry stuff. It's just kind of what happens when chert gets weathered on the outside. This one's just got a lot of really cool patterns. All right, let's keep going. Found this pretty killer piece of syringopora. Look at that. You can even see the syringes coming out the side. The whole thing's full too. All the way. It's crazy. Don't really find them too big because they tend to fall apart, you know, because of those tubes. So there you go. There's some more side views right there. Really cool. All right, let's find some more. I had to show you this. Look at this thing. All horn corals. Like you can see the full, and then they were all growing right from there. Bunch of them. So I might have to keep that one. That's almost perfect for a project I'm doing. But it's really cool either way. And it looks like a little face, fish face. All right, couple more and we should be back to the car. Thing's pretty funky. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's super light. It's got like structures in there. I don't know, really weird. If that's like a really worn piece of coral, it's kind of cool. All right, onward. A little runoff area. It like you can see all the little black sand in here where it's getting caught in all the grooves because it's heavier. It's like the magnetic black sand. So apparently you could probably collect that and there might be little specks of gold in there, but I've never tried it. I don't really have anything along to take a little bit of it, so we're not going to do it today, but maybe next time. That would be cool to find out if that actually works. It looks really cool anyway. Another crazy one. Look at this thing. I think it's just all chert. I don't see banding or anything. But it's just cool that it's got that like green. And on this side it's like orange, dark. Really cool. Really, really cool. All right, couple more. Even noticed this walking by before. Look at this. This is a death plate right here. This is my size 14 shoe right here. It's like 4 feet by 3 feet, and it's just got totally filled with brachiopod shells, like the whole thing. You can see some patterning there. Awesome. Never seen one that big. It's probably the biggest one ever. Zoom out a little bit. Monster. Okay, so almost back to the car. I did keep a couple things, so I will get home, get everything cleaned up, and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so I am home and I got everything cleaned up. So I'll show you what I got today. So starting off, I don't know if I took a picture of this one or not. This is just a very, very full, nice banded chert and mudstone. Goes all the way through, then kind of has a cold water pocket there with some matrix. I think this will be perfect to like polish this entire thing all the way around. So definitely kept that. Really cool find. You know, I have some others of that, but this is a pretty full one. Then this one was that horn, you know, that colony of horn corals. Like this would be the bottom. You can kind of see right there kind of the structure of the horn. And these are all separate horns coming up, like it would have been growing like this probably, boom. So what I want to do for sure is I want to try to get a slab out of the middle of this thing. Maybe, I don't know, I might try to dig some of this out, like carve it out and just have it, like keep it like this. But I've never really tried to do that, like tried to use the Dremel and get this out. Maybe I'll do that. That'll be a nice project for me, and keep this like this. It's a really cool piece. And this was just a really weird, funky Favicites, I think. I mean, looks like it, but really hard to tell. Not sure. I think so. I think it's just weirdly shaped. But it was really cool and really unique, so I kept that one. Then I did end up finding 2 Uberlites, so I'll show you those in the UV in just a little bit. And then all the cold water agate pieces. So this one, you can kind of see the super micro bands right there. Awesome pocket there. There's just a few pockets on this thing right there. Right there it comes through. So this was one that I think I was gonna cut and see what's on the inside of that. There should be some cool pockets, cool bands. Then I found this guy, and it's just, the whole face of this thing is just like graphics, little heart right there. Really cool. Just like all little cold water inclusions in there. And then they do kind of come through the back too. You can kind of see that, but I kind of would just like to polish up the face on this and see what it turns out as. That would be really cool. Then we got this guy, which has got, you can see the depth in there, like the bots, and then the weird sharp lines around the edges here. Just really cool. It's just right on the edge of this. And then it's got a big old brachiopod in the other side of it, but just a really cool pocket. So I had to keep that one. Maybe try to shine it up, see what happens. Then we had this little guy, which I don't know if I took a picture of or not. It's got this little slab of arachnophyllum on the bottom, and then right on the other side it's got like this botryoidal, I don't even know what, like church or something, or really cool though. Just a really cool micro piece with 2 different, you know, 2 totally different sides. And then the last one, save the best for last. So this one has this nice little pocket right here, and I'll get some really close-ups at the end here so you can see. And then you get up on the top here and you got some more micro bands, got a hair on there, and then you get up here and it's the whole pocket. Really cool. You know, maybe even some parallax in there. I don't know if you can tell on the camera. It's just a little bit though, but really cool. So really cool cold water agate finds today for sure. All right, now I will show you the stuff in the UV. Let me get the lights off. All right, so first of all, we got our 2 Uberlites. So this one wasn't too bad. You know, it's pretty full all on that side, all through that side too. So I should be able to just polish this thing up or just freeform it, and it'll be a nice little Uberlite piece. And then we got this guy, which just has big kind of chunks throughout it. Not totally full, a couple big chunks on this side too, but a nice one. You know, I don't find too many Uberlites, especially during the day, so nice to find a couple. And then just to show you guys too, this banded shirt, what it does underneath the UV light. Kind of all the silicified stuff kind of glows that light orange color. Really cool. I don't think anything else. Oh yeah, and then this crazy weird Favicites too. This is what this thing does in the UV. So that's pretty sweet. And then you can actually see the pockets when you shine the UV on there on the back. So really, really cool. The cold watery stuff, sometimes you can get it to pop out. Like there you can see the edges a little bit better of like where all the solid edges are. So that's really cool. You know, you can always check your cold water stuff with the UV too, just to pick out, you know, all the bands and everything. I don't know if this one will do it or not. Yeah, so there you can kind of see how the bands kind of stick out in the UV. That one's a little bright in the middle to tell, but let's check this one. And that one didn't do it too much at all, so that one's real thin. You know, maybe some bands around the edge there, but alright, so if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for some close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.